I can say this for both of us, we use light. We paint with light. It's our paintbrush, if you want to say anything.
I would really hope.
Hey, we're the video crew.
Welcome to an Audiotree video tutorial.
We're going to take you behind the scenes of one of our Audiotree live sessions, starting with our pre-production, setting up lights and cameras,
Filming the actual session, and how we broadcast our live stream. Sorry, this took so long. Alright, now let's watch it.
Before every session, either Sean or myself will draw up a session overhead, and our session overhead dictates where each band member is going to be standing inside the room, as well as where our lights are going to be placed. It's kind of like a map for us.
It's good for us as a video crew to get up into the space about an hour before the band arrives. We want to make sure that we have most of the lighting already prepped so they can just
Get in there,
get in there.
First thing we'll do, we'll take a look at our overhead and get on the same base with everybody, audio engineers, our grips. We'll typically start by setting up the band members' locations inside the room. So we have to talk to the audio engineers and see what'll work for them sound-wise, because we can't place certain instruments next to other instruments.
The other thing is also working within this space. And one of the biggest obstacles for setting up each session is to try and get a diverse look and a different staging setup for every band. The great thing about our live room is that we have a full lighting grid installed that essentially allows us to place lights anywhere in the room. We have a range of airy tungsten heads from 150 watts to 650 watts, sometimes 1Ks. We also use a variety of Source 4 theatrical lighting heads. Those are great for creating textures and patterns along the back walls.
We find in using these lights, we can find the diversity that we need in each and every session. The host will come in, let me know if the band has arrived. I will run downstairs, grab some shots of the band unloading. It's just a great way to meet the band.
Cameras that we use here, we use Canon DSLRs. They're the Mark IIIs.
Gives us a wide latitude of exposure for us to work with.
We also like to create in-camera picture styles based on the aesthetic of the bands. We're constantly adjusting contrast levels, saturation, and white balance shifts to create new and unique styles.
The lenses we use are the Canon L series 24-105s. Sometimes in our more intimate sessions we use the 70-200. They provide a wide range of focal lengths for us to choose from.
We use shoulder rigs for the majority of sessions we shoot here.
The construction of a shoulder rig has a lot of different variables based on the shooter. Everyone has their own preferences, and also what kind of lens is on the camera.
Okay, it's a bit tough to film every session on a shoulder rig.
It breaks your back.
What they allow us to do is be very mobile and flexible in a space. We don't feel locked down or static like you would on a tripod. We get to really move around a band and get different angles and vary up our shots.
I'm going down with the rosary.
The main tool that we use for broadcasting is a TriCaster. It's a live video switcher with multiple inputs. It's basically a small version of what you would see in a NFL control room. Typically, a Canon DSLR is not a broadcasting camera. The way we kind of got around that was that we use these Marshall monitors, which takes a HDMI input from the camera and then converts it to an SCI output, which we send to the TriCaster.
Before we go live, typically like to test everything on both ends. So we check the stream, make sure I'm getting signal from the cameras, make sure all of them are running smoothly.
Videographers, y'all good? All right, cool. Let's do this if everybody's ready. I'm gonna count down from 10. When we're in here live with the band, we're very cognizant of Jan, our editor, and Keelan, who's on the switchboard inside the control room.
All of the videographers wear wireless headsets while they're filming, and that allows me to talk to them through a microphone. The video team can't see what everyone else on the team is doing. I can let them know if anyone is missing something. I can remind them to adjust their angle, change their focal length. I can keep them focused and motivated and let them know when they're doing a good job.
When you're in this room filming,
Isolated.
It's a very isolated feeling. You're trying to focus on your shot. To have someone in the control room, you know that you're getting the right shot or certain coverage.
I'm always keeping in mind the finished product and whether or not these angles are actually going to cut together.
You know, there's a different feeling the day of when people are in the next room making this music, and you trying to coordinate everything and make sure everything's all right on the YouTube end, and making sure people are getting the best quality video that they can, and make sure everybody's happy and can hear everything. I really only have one shot to get this right. I can't be, you know, cutting around like a TriCaster operator with his head cut off.
Of course, there's really no science to this. It's really about capturing the vibe that's in the room. There's a different kind of energy that is channeled when a band only gets one shot, and we wanted to capture that visually with our own approach and style.
The way that we capture bands' performances is so intimate. That's something that we pride ourselves on, being able to show these real, emotional, raw moments.
I think what we do really well is creating a different look for each and every band that steps inside the studio. We've done 700 sessions at this point, and each and every session has a different feel and different look from the last, which I'm really proud of.
I don't even know where I'm going with this.
I know, right? You start off and you're just like, this is
I know.
sick, and then your brain just evaporates.
Yeah.
It really gotta come to that smooth.
Yeah.